They're goofing off the alien, taking videos of each other. It's a typical road trip out to Area 51. Then all of a sudden, the car's parked, and it's parked out by the black mailbox in the desert, and it's dusk. The camera is on the armrest between the two seats, and it's slightly cocked, and it's filming the dash windshield, and there's two guys sounding like they're trying to crawl under the seats. I mean, they're freaking out. And then one of them goes, it's over the top of us. It's over the top of us. And all of a sudden, the car lights up on the inside, but the source of light is above it, like if you can imagine. I've never seen anything like this. If you could put a pendulum with a light source above a vehicle, like above the car, like this, but very slow and fluid motion, like rocking back and forth, the shadows and the lights on the inside of the car are doing this really eerily. You've never seen anything like it. I'm looking like, my God, what is going on? And they're very scared. And one kid, who's the younger of the two, is like, I'm getting out. I'm getting out of the car. Stay in the car. It's over the top. Stay in the car. He goes, no, I'm getting out. And he gets out and he videotapes a disc that was so low you could have hit it with a rock. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, that's what all the witnesses have tried to describe. That's like, if you could imagine the skin on the craft glowing like phosphorus on a beach, that's what it looked like. Like the skin was alive. And it had like a yellowy orange color to it. But you could clearly see it was a disc. I mean, it was not an orb. It was a disc. But the metal lit up like it was alive. I'd never seen anything like it. And it just wobbled like it was unstable, like doing this. And the camera guy goes, oh, and then something about the batteries, and then boom, it shuts off. I looked over at Chuck Clark. I said, this is the video everyone's been waiting for. Unbelievable.
How do you know this is real? Because
if it's not real,
all my BS meters are going off right now.
Dude, fair enough. I get it. Fair enough. I saw this video with my own eyes.
Of course. Yeah. It's a video, though.
It's a video, for sure. No question about it.
No, they make fake videos.
Absolutely. I mean, in fact, if those two boys that shot it are out there, please come forward. Like, please.
How come no one's acquired this?
So I said to Chuck, oh my God, this is great. I can use this in my movie, right? Great. He goes, oh no, they're terrified. I said, well, look, just put me in touch with the guys. You don't have to like give.
Well, wait a minute. They're terrified, but they give it to a guy who lives in a trailer.
I'm just telling you.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm really terrified. I don't want this getting out, but I'm going to give it to you.
I get it.
Guy who lives in a trailer.
I get it.
What does this guy do for a living?
He was a former military guy, and he's retired. But
just a retired military guy for a minute trailer. This guy's a Fed. So that he doesn't even live there.
But no,
he probably put on some fucking overalls to hang out with you.
The story gets better. Is
his name Ray Epps?
I know, Joe. Believe me, I get it. But the story gets better.
Okay,
sit tight.
Okay.
Because I went on a couple of podcasts and I said, screw it. I don't care anymore. I saw this video. I'm going to start talking about it. Chuck Clark said, if you ask me again after like 10 years or 12 years, I'm never talking to you again. So I was like, I of course asked him again. I said, I'll give you $30,000 for the video, and he's not talking to me. So I tell Logan Paul the story, and he has exactly the same response you have.
I am obsessed with UFOs.
And I don't blame you, okay? He's like, I want to go to this guy's house. I said, hey, I got the guy. He's got the information. Logan's like, I put him in touch with this guy, and this guy lives in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it was like Logan Paul takes a Mercedes with a bunch of guys and $100,000 in cash, a big brick. And he goes out to this guy's house in the middle of the desert. And Logan calls me in the middle of nowhere. And he's like, you sure your contact's legit, dude? My phone doesn't work. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I got $100K cash in my pocket, and I can't find this guy. I said, no, I'm sure he's good, you know? And so Logan goes in there and meets Chuck Clark. And Chuck Clark's like, yeah, I got the tape right here. And so he says, I'll give you $100,000 for it. And the guy says, no way. And so Logan Paul, going to reveal this for the first time, Logan Paul has got a button camera on his dress, on his clothes. So Logan Paul's like, all right, well, this guy doesn't want to, he's going to die with it. So let's get this thing on camera. So Logan's like, well, let me see it at least. So Logan looks at it with this thing and, could you show it to me again? Gets another angle, and then he leaves. So Logan's like, I don't know if I want to go public. I mean, I don't really own the video. I don't know.
It's nature, so we gotta kind of confront it regardless, but it's very real. It's not just a few things in the sky. It's very, very big. I got brought over to Italy, some dudes with Italian intelligence, and they showed me a map of the Mediterranean. And what was happening was on the coast of Sicily, all these apartments were catching on fire. Like a microwave, boom, some books, boom, like the fucking couch, boom. And so the government came in and they're like, what the fuck is going on here? So they quarantine the area, get everyone to leave, and they're going, why are things catching on fire? They detected these energy beams, energy weapons or something that were coming off of the way out in the ocean in the Mediterranean. So what they looked out and saw were UFOs, were out in the ocean fucking around. Head of the Italian Navy SEALs get on an unmarked civilian helicopter and just fly out to go see what's going on out there. As they're flying, a UFO pops out of the ocean and shoots their fucking helicopter down. I have the documents on the Italian intelligence letterhead. There were airplanes and other helicopters kind of in the area, but the UFO knew that those dudes were looking for him. It's like they can read their minds. It's just absolutely wild. So the map they showed me of the Mediterranean, they go, these are all the hot spots of what's happening with UFOs just recently. And there was hundreds of marks all over the ocean. There are just things happening everywhere, every day. It's fucking crazy.